What's up, brother?
Trey Lincoln, good morning. That's his last name, I believe.
I love that.
But yeah, we want to help you grow those relationships and not have to rely on those load boards. I mean, everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to show one of these updates here today to show you how you can find carriers that maybe you forgot that you utilize.
Yeah.
And
This is a really cool
yeah,
feature,
it's a really cool feature. And, a couple things too. It's like, building lists and uploading the carriers MCs that you already work with. You can do that on eCarrierCheck.
Yeah.
I don't think people do it enough in my opinion.
Right.
So if you're on eCarrierCheck and haven't uploaded your MCs with the carriers that you use, you should do it today.
Yeah. Something about the market at some point will flip here. You know what I mean? Rates will start going up. We're still seeing, if you look at eCarrierCheck, we show, the pluses and minuses of carriers going in and out. There's still a lot of negatives, but eventually it's going to be hard to find carriers, right? That market's going to come. So why not start today? Why not start building those relationships today? Even if it's 20 minutes a day, man. Tigran, what's up, brother? What week is getting started, chilling at the house. Just getting started. Got it.
You're in Georgia.
Turning
I love that.
in from Georgia. All right. I like that.
We'll be picking on
Tuning
Georgia.
in from Georgia, man. That's awesome. Week is getting started. What Chief Raynold, do you broker or are you a carrier?
I believe he's a carrier, but you might want to.
Yeah, I don't remember. I was like hearing he's got a cool picture of a truck on there, so I'm assuming he's a carrier, but I don't know.
Yeah, I believe he's got some content too.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's dive into the site here. I know it's Wednesday, we got a busy day. Yeah, let's just dive in here. I'm gonna share my screen.
T. Harris is on. What's up, brother?
What's up, T.
What's
Harris?
going on? It's good to see you guys. It's good to see you. Anyone making any cold calls this week? It'd be interesting to hear how those are going too. Carrier, he's a carrier. Got
that's what I thought.
Got it.
All right.
You a van guy or a flatbed guy? 643 miles to 759 yesterday. Should drop 620 today. Woo! You're turning the tires, tire killer. Good for you, brother. That's friggin' awesome. I love that. That's a good day. I mean, there's not a lot of stopping there. You must be good with bladder control. If I get in the car, I'm 45 minutes, Nate. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm a hot potato. You can ask anybody. It's not good unless I quit drinking coffee in the morning. Then I can go for 6 hours. But I love coffee. I don't know. Just me.
He does love his coffee.
Yeah.
What's up, T. Landy? So let's dive into some of these updates that we were kind of chatting about. Thanks for everyone being here today. But some of these updates on the carrier side.
Yeah.
And then we'll
these are good.
Yeah, we'll jump into the shipper side here in a bit. But some updates on the carrier side. Once again, I said if you guys haven't uploaded the MCs that you are currently working with now, it's worth the time.
Yeah.
And you can do that in your carrier broker list here. If you guys ever need any help, just give us a holler.
We also still, just for the sake of it, I mean, obviously we have a free risk radar on the outside of our dashboard.
Yep.
We're showing you the inside of the dashboard, which is a subscription concept. But outside of it, if you need to vet a carrier, hop on eCarrierCheck.com. It is free. We're trying to fight double brokering the best way that we can to help people out with it.
And I believe, T. Harris, he uses our free risk radar daily. So he's a MVP of that for sure.
He's
so
totally.
But yeah, here's how you can import your MCs, DOTs, and these would be the carriers that you're using weekly, right? So upload them there. Like I said, if you need help, just hit us up. But let's talk about what we added, Jared. I'm gonna go to Georgia here.
I love that.
I know we got
cheap
a couple
$3 from Georgia, so
I know that's perfect time.
Follow on a suit here.
I didn't do this on purpose, but I built the list from Georgia, so I got a bunch of carriers pulled up from Georgia. Not really specific on equipment here right now.
Sorry, I didn't mean to click it.
You're good. But what we added was, if you look on the left-hand side and scroll down, you now have the ability to pull, remember those MCs that maybe you uploaded, or maybe those carriers that you did throw on a list that maybe called off the load board, and you had those conversations. But look at this. I'm going to hit my Georgia flatbed list. Now, these are carriers. If I was brokering, these essentially would either be the carriers I uploaded, or maybe these are carriers that called it on a load. And hey, we just grew a good relationship. And maybe I'm not posting on the board anymore. I'm calling these guys up.
Yeah. Here's the thing is when you get brokering, when you get to a carrier point, we all sort of, to a certain extent, have ADHD. We're a hot potato. We can't remember. A lot of these guys can't remember what we had for supper.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Well, you just got a new grill. So, I mean, you had hamburgers. You know that I mean,
Yeah.
gosh damn, you didn't invite me out of taking a break.
I know you live right down the street.
But
Tigran, no, not yet. But that's something we're
doing
looking
something wrong. Oh, got it. Okay.
You're not doing anything wrong.
But here's something that I think every broker, every person, even honestly, even those carriers that are like, oh, which broker was that? You should always be looking for repetitiveness when it comes to relationships and using those carriers. So if you're looking for a carrier, you're like, oh, wait a minute, I already work with this cat.
Right.
This is where it comes into play. Right. You know what I mean? So, having this feature, boy, this is powerful. This is really powerful. Way more powerful than we're kind of even telling.
And I think a lot of brokers pick up on, like, if they post a certain load or a lane, especially the one here, the local brokerage, they're like, oh, this guy's calling in again. Like, they forget that they're in that area, or this is their niche, right? So it's like, let's add them to a list, and let's start, instead of posting, let's outreach.
What's he doing? Started in 19 as a flatbed carrier. Currently doing spot market van, contract, multi-stop lift gate stuff. Holy buckets!
Still get the urge to do flatbed.
You do multi-stop lift gates? Oh my gosh, this guy is a unicorn.
Was you just about to say he's a unicorn?
He's a unicorn. Now, if he was hazmat, then he'd even be more of a unicorn. But God, that's awesome. I love that. I get the urge of flatbedding though, man. Like, it's just nice. It's open deck. You're.
I love open decks.
There's just a good. It's just a good feel. That's where I came from. Is we had all those flatbeds before, and it was just. Those guys were cool, man. Different type of driver to be able to go and strap your load down, chain a load down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just kind of securing your freight a little bit more than just bumping a dock.
That's fair.
Added a little bit of variability.
Yeah.
So I get it.
What's up, DIY? Thanks for being here, brother.
What's going on, man? How are you? It's good to see you.
Subscribe to this channel.
Doing today. It's the best thing going today. Appreciate that.
I appreciate it. Love you, brother.
Yeah.
Mr. Adam.
Where are you located?
Cheap freight. He's in Georgia.
Yeah, he is in Georgia.
He's in Georgia. So check this out, right? So I got my flatbed list out of Georgia. Like I said, these are guys that maybe I just uploaded their MCs on eCarrierCheck, or they're calling out the load board, and I'm adding them to a list.
Yeah.
There's many ways you can use this list. Maybe you call these guys up, or you're sending them emails, and hey, I knew you were interested on this load last week, or hey, we previously talked 2 weeks ago. How's your week look, right?
Yeah, the notes feature in here. I even think that the little clickable link over here, the view detailed profile, will just take you right in there. Yep. And you can see, here's some notes. We'll show you other matching companies, which is huge because, as a broker, sometimes carriers just out of the area.
Right. I mean? And this is, I love the note addition there, Jerry, because, this will help you understand where this guy likes to run, or maybe there's something that he mentioned that you should probably keep track of.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't like to do, loads over the weekend.
Right.
Or, you use your imagination, right? Put your notes there, and you can save that.
And the other nice thing too is if you're looking for some sauce here, this is the secret sauce. Is you scroll down just a scotch. I mean, look at this cat right here. Hold on, I'm going back up. Well, we show you the risk radar, but then look at that. Like, hey, this cat's hauling for South Atlanta Galvanizing, right?
Yeah.
So if you're in the sales world, using the carriers and the shippers combined kind of go hand in hand. It's like passing salt without pepper. You gotta have to have them both.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Hate salt though. But anyways, what's up, Joe?
I'm a big salt guy. I could eat sodium all day. Like, it just give me some.
Where you
salt.
hide ours? That's funny. Yeah. So this is good info. I mean, for some of you that haven't even seen this, we'll show you their inspection map, matching companies. This is very interesting.
Yeah.
Because we'll show you why they're matching with another company or how they're matching. Phone number, VIN number, location. It could be email, right? I don't know if I'm missing anything on that. But.
No, but, I think something that's really interesting is we don't necessarily fully vet. We've had some carriers calls. Obviously, we love carriers. We're a huge carrier-centric, pro-carrier, if there is that terminology.
You came from a carrier.
Yeah, we came from a carrier. So just because you bought some used equipment from some cat doesn't mean we're going to judge you on our risk rate.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's it's nice to have. We're going to show it. There's ways of explaining it, and brokers can make better decisions. That's the goal, is to give you a tool to make a better decision.
And this is here to help you ask those better questions, right?
Absolutely.
There's a lot of good eggs out there. I promise you that.
There are some good eggs.
So don't take it
some
away.
Great carriers out there.
And here's actually some trucks that this carrier's inspected list. You can dive deeper into that. That'll be under your cargo fleet. So like I said, nifty little update that we added.
Yep.
I think it's really helpful to help you kind of have a competitive edge. So
you can also see when you clicked into that. If you're a broker and you're calling through, you know what I mean?
Yep. It kind of changes colors.
I just need to know, did I click into that cat or not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I think that's really important I'm telling you, there's going to be a day here soon enough when carriers just quit calling off load boards because the market is flip-flopped.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's coming.
Thanks,
I don't know when,
Harris.
but appreciate that, T. Harris.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Appreciate the support there. So
some other nice things too here, just for the sake of it. Obviously you can add to lists. I love the fact that we can export all these pages if you want. Just take them out to a CSV or Excel file. You can also just you can monitor these cats, or we can email them all. There's a lot going on with this. We have a utility function where we can just hook up your cell phone right to our utility. And that just comes along with the subscription. We're not charging you more.
Right.
It's just the part of the subscription. So
especially if you're one of those guys that's always hammering the phone, literally click this button, it connects you to that carrier. I mean, if you're like Jared and he has those fat fingers, like he just down. I think he called a restaurant one time. They're like,
talk about it.
Yeah,
sausages. It's not good.
But yeah, so that's there for you. I love it. You can find some of the carriers of the guys you got now. So there's a lot of features on here. If you guys get in here and play around and have questions, you call us, you're talking to one of us too here.
Yeah.
So that's the nice thing about eCarrierCheck.
Cheap freight haulers out of Augusta. Have you ever gone to the Masters?
Oh yeah.
That'd be interesting. I'd love to go.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful on TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
Looks hot, and we also added FMCSA safety rating, so you can kind of if you're only one to work with conditional or whatever it may be, satisfactory carriers. This is just another way to break it down.
What's really unique is the FMCSA came out with these safety ratings, right? And those carriers that struggled with like maintenance or were getting speeding tickets over 10 mile an hour, or things like that, right? But they struggle with smaller carriers. Hell, we got carriers that watch the show that don't even have an inspection, right? So I think what's really unique about here is a majority of carriers, I would say even 70%, are not even rated, right? And so we added this in here, not rated plus satisfactory, just for the sake of it. Usually if you're a satisfactory carrier, you've got some time underneath your belt. You've been moving through and shaking. You're just kissing babies. You know what I mean? And so I think it's nice and unique that you have the ability to pull up both, because even if they're not rated, remember when that mattered. Now nobody cares about your safety rating. We just want to make sure you're not a double broker. Son of a bitch.
I know we have a lot of carriers on today, which I love. But for our brokers that are watching, we have a way for you guys to add more filters. You can hide broker results. You can hide out of service carriers or recently active carriers. So those are the three filters that we just added as of last night, I believe. And our developer, I don't think he got any sleep last night. So
no, the guy, and he keeps showing up, which is awesome.
Showing up. I know. He was here early today. Yeah. So anything you want to add on the carrier side, Jared, that I missed?
I still think, eCarrierCheck started because we wanted to. I was a broker.
Right.
I needed to find more carriers that fit the business needs that I had. Right. Nobody was really calling on stretch RGNs or pneumatics. And so there's a lot of, there's a lot of things that were really important. When it comes to sourcing, I honestly can say this has to be the number one sourcing tool that's out there. There is, I get load boards are what they are, but when it comes to you grinding and going old school, this is the best Rolodex in the entire world. I can promise you. I had a cat yesterday that told me that he found a stainless steel multi-compartment tanker to move some kind of hazmat stuff that he does. And I'm like, good Lord, like that just doesn't happen. You can't find stuff like that.
Well, talk about never having to turn away an opportunity either, right? Yeah. You're just adding more value to your customers or your shippers, in my opinion.
Yeah, anytime you can just expand, right now I think is more important than ever to expand on the clients that you have, right? And if you can add a new mode, whether that's bulk, whether that's maybe it's open deck, maybe it's just, you need to find a forwarder, you can all find them right here. Yeah,
exactly.
So
Chief Freight Hauler says, yes, he has practice round tickets for next year. That's awesome.
What? Are you freaking kidding me?
That's awesome.
How do you get those? I want to go. I've got to go. This is on my bucket list. I got a few things on my bucket list.
Yeah.
Like, number one, I'd love to go to the Kentucky Derby, right? Number two, I really would like to go to the Masters. Those two things are really on like a big list, right? I got to get to an SEC game. That's on my list. I got to get to an SEC game. They're bigger, powerful, they're big people.
They're loud stadiums.
Nebraska, I love them. I bleed red. GBR, baby. Yeah. It's coming. It's coming this year. We're going to be in that. I hope we get to that playoff. Yeah. 12-team playoff.
We'll see what happens on there. Yeah, you're fine. We just talked through the carrier updates right now, and then we're going to jump into the shippers here. But we dropped some new carrier updates on our filters. So go check those out, or if you want to rewind here, this is all recorded, of course. So.
Is it Lily? How do you say it?
Ilya?
Okay.
I could be wrong. I'm bad at names. I'm sorry.
You're way better at names than I am. I just butchered that.
Here we go.
You're about that lift gate, I've had brokers pass me on the road several times when I was pulling the lift gate van. They would look me up and call because of the lift gate. Yeah. I'm telling you, you're a unicorn. I don't know how much weight you can throw on that hot whip, like from a lift gate standpoint, but is it a 1,500 pound lift gate or can you go up to 2,500 pounds? But I tell you what, how much is it a van? Is it a 53-foot van or is it a straight truck? I don't know what you're hauling there, but man, you can just call shippers and say, hey, I'm a van with a lift gate on it. Do you want me or not? Because I'm not interested in talking if you're not. You can literally be so picky. It's wonderful. You should be able to do whatever you want.
I love that.
And you know what I would look for too is like home good deliveries. Oh my gosh. I would charge out of the wazoo for that stuff. Out of the wazoo. Call Old Dominion, get hooked up with them and just be a white glove guy for them. There's no more cheap freight hauling.
White glove.
No pun intended. So,
I love it.
I love that he's doing that. Lift gates are my bomb. I used to love lift gates.
Did you?
Oh my gosh, it's my favorite. It's so weird. Only issues I ever had was I did a lot of utility work. I worked for this utility company, and they always wanted lift gate, and they would put a pallet on the friggin' gravel, and I couldn't get it was just a pain in the ass. There's a website to apply for tickets. It took me about 4 years to get tickets first, but tickets are cheap if you get them direct. All right, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm straight up doing it. There are literally no liftgate 53s, to be honest. You can do so much with it. Yeah, it's honestly, I'm telling you, we have a unicorn on the show today.
Yeah,
didn't even know it.
Really quick here before we jump into the shippers. Obviously, this is all possible. For everyone watching, we appreciate everyone's support. Everyone that's uses eCarrierCheck daily and provides us wonderful feedback. Obviously, some of these features and updates we did today was because of you. So we love that we were able to make this a better experience. But I love that we're able to have this YouTube channel, provide some feedback. So we are going to shoot a little commercial here.
Oh, I love
on
that.
eCarrierCheck that we just made, and we hope you guys enjoy it.
I love that.
Services. Legendary platforms drive your growth. At eCarrierCheck, we are redefining logistics with advanced filters to effortlessly match you with the best carriers and shippers. Find enriched shipper leads effortlessly by industry, location, size, equipment, and more. Connect with decision makers directly and bypass gatekeepers to maximize your potential. Thousands of shipper leads at your fingertips. With real-time updates and niche exploration, your ability to find new customers is easier than ever. Take control of your business with our AI-powered carrier search. Utilize over 40 filter options and instantly see key insights like authority status, equipment types, and risk factors. Gain access to carriers outside of load boards. Effortlessly vet new carriers, avoid double brokers, and streamline your hiring process. Take your logistics to the next level with eCarrierCheck. Visit us at eCarrierCheck.com to learn more. eCarrierCheck, where logistics meets innovation.
We're back. Woo! And again, shout out to you guys watching. Shout out to our supporters. We wouldn't be here without you guys. It's a wonderful experience to be able to do this.
Yeah, I agree.
I remember talking to Jared my first day here, and he's like, hey, we're starting a YouTube channel. We're going to provide value. And I said, all right, here we go. And it's been a long journey, man. Look, we're here. We're over 5,000 subscribers, and I love it, man.
Yeah,
I love
do
being
too.
here.
I think I look back at my favorite is watching our first video.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you. We love that commercial.
Watching our first video was my
Mhm.
favorite. Doing what we do.
Yeah.
But it was very entertaining. So
I love it, man.
It's been good. I think what's wonderful is a lot of the updates. Honestly, you kind of hit it on the head. A lot of these updates really came from our watchers, our users, our
Thanks to
grower base.
Right.
And so we just listen to them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, if that's what they want, that's what they get.
Right.
It takes us a little bit. Hey,
Mhm.
we're a startup, bootstrapped company, just grinding, just like you guys are. That's
Thanks,
cool.
Tyler.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that.
Appreciate you guys.
So
let's talk about our shipper update. I know, like I said, I know everyone's having a busy day. We're about 23 minutes in.
yep.
Let's knock this out, and everyone can start running some shipper searches
go
and maybe some
grind
cold
it.
calling today.
Grind it.
Tigran, you mentioned about deleting lists, things like that. Tigran must be in here leaving notes and lists on his shippers, and which I love. So we do a good job at helping you stay organized with our CRM, if you will.
Yeah.
You can really just dive in deep and see what shippers you bookmarked, saved for later. Maybe you land a couple customers, which we hope. So our notes and lists are really, really helpful to help you keep you in the system, to kind of help grow your book of business.
I don't know how you remember all that stuff. I can't remember a lot of things. This is why we built it. Is because of a lot of this software is built because of my weaknesses,
right?
Which is a lot. There's a few things. I can't golf well. Number two, maybe I need a shower more. There's a lot of different things in here that I struggle with, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we keep the site with my weaknesses in mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, man. So a couple of things that we did add on the shippers. We brought back the map. We know the map was it appealed to people's eyes to kind of understand maybe where the shippers network is at. And then obviously, since we got some enriched data now, where you can show you can see how it's dark blue up there in this little corner in Georgia. That's where their location is at. And if they have more than one location, you'll obviously start seeing more little darker blue areas. So Texas and, I'm bad with my states, but you gotta get where I'm going with that.
I think what's important here is that, our shippers are, we get all of our shipper data from BOLs, right?
Yeah.
And so it's one of those things where, we're the company that's allowing you to go through the box of BOLs and go, oh shit, I should call this company.
Right.
And so we're just enhancing that right here for you. And I love the map.
Me too.
I think it adds a visualization where you can go, wait a minute, I kind of killed them in Atlantic. I need to call them.
But let's talk about data that maybe not others are showing and that we do. If you were to call, Aurora Plastics, well, what type of equipment they're using. You see where their locations are at. We got 21 emails, 21 contact leads, 2 phone numbers.
Yep.
Like, that's insane. I mean, you're almost ready to pick up the phone and start calling.
Yeah.
But obviously we have more, information in there as far as like insights, volume, how big is their company? That's kind of cool.
I think what's interesting, the other day a cat called me and said, hey, I want to look for companies that are this size of amount of employees.
Oh, yeah.
And we have that filter for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you can go in there, but seeing these, the key contacts, what's blurred out is their email format. So you can see all these people that are in there. So Porna is handling their logistics.
Yeah, you can actually copy their email too, and
just the way we go, right?
An email, connect with them, set a reminder. I love a reminder system too. If you're anything like, maybe Jared and I, if you don't have it on your calendar, it's probably not getting done. So you put it on your calendar, set yourself a reminder, and where you go, right? So
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so we added this map to kind of help you just have a better visual of where their network is at, where's their locations, things like that. And then of course, like Tigran's doing, he's leaving notes. Yeah, he's keeping himself organized. He's marking them as a to-do or whatever it may be. But it's important to leave your notes. I have a guy that uses this for every phone call he makes. And it's literally, if he were to share a screen with me today, it's almost like I was in that conversation with him. It's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this, we'll leave you a sticky note, and this whole thing was just filled with it. It was crazy. I felt like I was there.
I love that.
So definitely underutilized, and I think you should stay in it. Stay in this system, keep yourself organized.
Yeah.
And
make calls every day.
Here's the nice thing: we don't have tokens or credits. If you're going to make 1,000 calls a week, I don't know if that's doable. I'm sure it is.
Whew.
But you can run
calls.
as many searches and throw as many, lists or shipper leads you can. I mean, obviously, we want to help you find the best fit, right? Not every shipper is a good fit.
Yeah. And everyone has their own book of business. DIY is going to haul different than Tire Killer.
Right.
And cheap freight hauler is going to haul different than the other people. So there's nothing worse than, you know what I hate? I walk and listen to a ton of books, ton of books. In fact, now, because I've bought so many bad books, or I can't get engaged with some of those books, I buy this previewer thing, and so it allows me to kind of skip those things. There's nothing worse when you're out of credits.
Yeah.
And you just got the worst, you just got bad credits or bad leads. I'm like, son of a biscuit. You know what I mean? So
then you got to wait till next month.
That's the nice thing with this. I mean, we have 42,000 enriched leads or something in that regards.
Yep.
We're working on getting that to a higher level coming soon in a theater near you. But we'll continue to work and make the shipper side more and more efficient for you.
I agree. And for those of you too that are watching, I just ran a different search that I don't normally run. But it's kind of cool how you can go through our bill laden leads here and just type in, keywords, pipe, plastics, rentals. Like,
perfect.
Look at this. Every shipper here has the word pipe somewhere in their name. If you're taking over the pipe industry, let's go find some other shippers like that.
Let's go get it. Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And then, these keywords too are also clickable to help you find more. Maybe it's dabble in steel, right?
Yep.
So a lot of these are very clickable for you to kind of go through. And then we do have an industry exploration list, if you will, and, see something that catches your eye. So lots of many ways to find some leads or try to find your niche, in my opinion. Like I said, you don't need to buy tokens. You don't need to buy anything extra.
Right.
Monthly subscription.
Right.
Let's start doing it.
And away you go.
Yeah.
For you carriers that are out there
that
are looking for more brokers, obviously we show carriers, we show shippers, but you have the ability to come in here. And I actually said this on, we had a couple YouTube comments last week. If you do watch our show, comment. We love those comments because it's either Nate or I responding.
Right.
But the cat was like, hey, I'm trying to, grow my book of business. I just started a trucking company and I'm not able to find loads off load boards. And I'm like, well, you need to start building local relationships. And so when we pulled this up around him, and this was kind of interesting because we can just come in and do the same thing, with brokers, is we can come in, scroll down on the left side. We can come in and just say, well, do they have a website or a LinkedIn? So who's serious. And I exported this. I sent it to him just, free of charge because I felt bad for the cat. And I said, hey, you need to call all these people that are within 50 miles of you and walk in their house and see if you can start working.
Shake some hands.
Yeah. Bring your truck. There it is. You know what I mean? Here's my insurance certificate. Let's start to grow your business.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm glad you mentioned that because we don't talk about finding brokers on here enough. And we do have a lot of carriers on here today. So, this is definitely a good tool to have in your back pocket.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're stuck getting out of an area.
Why not call local brokers?
Yeah, why not call local brokers for sure. You can go to their website, LinkedIn, and things of that nature.
Yep, absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah.
Jared, it's been a fun, 30 minutes basically on the dot here, man. I'm able, I'm happy we were able to kind of hop on here, show the new features. Hopefully everyone got a good idea and a good feel on how to use them. If you don't and want some extra time with us, hit us up.
Yeah.
We're here to help.
Yeah. If we can add any value to you, or if you're struggling with something specific, whether it's our side or just in business, hit us up. We want to help you.
Right.
So.
Yeah. It's nice knowing to have a technology that was built by someone that's been in this industry and understands what you're going through. Can you add brokers?
I'm not sure what he's like on a list.
Yeah. If you're talking about if you can add them to a list, you can do that for sure. If you have brokers that maybe you're working with, you can look them up here and then add them to a list.
Right.
Maybe if you want to clarify a little bit more what you mean there.
Yeah. Have a great day, man.
Got to get to work.
Safe travels.
See you.
Go kill it with that lift game, man. I'm lost.
Call me out.
Give us a call anytime.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you Friday.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome. I love that.
I love it.
Guys, have a great